Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Patrick, and this is a guide to Fremennik trials on RuneScape 3. If you're doing this on old school RuneScape, I have a version of this guide for that as well, linked in the description. Anyways, on screen right now are the requirements, items needed, items recommended, and rewards for this quest. I just want to explain one thing before we begin. So you can move your house to Relica, which requires 30 construction, and using the teleport to house spell, which requires 40 magic. There's a house portal outside Relica. Alternatively, you can just unlock the Fremennik province lodestone, which if you haven't unlocked it yet, you don't have to do it right this moment because you have to go there anyways to start the quest. So that would be the time to do it. The house teleport does get you a little closer though. To start the quest, go to the building in Relica with the yellow marker on it on this map. Yellow square also shows you where the lodestone is. You can use that to easily get here. Unless you haven't unlocked it yet, then you would have to walk there the first time. Just be sure to unlock it when you get here. You can also use the teleport house spell to get there if your house is in Relica. Talk to Brunt the Chieftain and select the options written on screen. And while you're here, find Manny the Reveler, talk to him, and select the first option that says yes. Take the keg of beer off the table along with the regular beer. Talk to Manny the Reveler again, and select the first chat option that says yes. Go outside the building, and to the northeast, you'll find Olaf the Bard. Talk to him, and select the first chat option that says yes. Go towards the entrance of Relica where you'll find Sigly the Huntsman. Talk to him, and select the chat options written on screen to receive a Talisman. Go east to the area with the yellow marker on it on this map. Click on the swaying tree to cut a branch from it, then click on the branch to craft it into an unstrung lyre. Go a bit southeast until you find a troll named Lolly and a cauldron. Talk to Lolly and select the first option that says Other Human. Go to the area in Relico with the yellow marker on it on this map. You can use the teleport to house spell to get there a little faster if your house is in Relica. Talk to Askeladdin to get a pet rock. Go to the small farm behind the house to the southeast and pick one cabbage, one potato, and one onion. Go back to Lolly. Talk to Lolly, then use the pet rock on Lolly's stew. You're also going to use the cabbage, potato, and onion on it, but make sure you right click them so you don't accidentally eat anything, or else you would have to go back and get another one. Talk to Lolly once again to get Golden Fleece. Go to the Sears Village bar. A fast way to get there would be to use Sears Village lodestone, being that it is right outside the bar. Unless you haven't unlocked it yet, then your only options would be to use the Camelot teleport or just simply walk there. Talk to the poison salesman and select the options written on screen to buy some low alcohol beer. Go southeast to the building with the spinning wheel icon. Climb up the ladder and use the golden fleece on the spinning wheel to make a ball of golden wool, then use that on the unstrung lyre to string it. For the next part, you're about to get into a fight, so run over to a bank real quick and fill your inventory with food. Try not to bank anything as you might still need the items, but fill up the rest of your empty inventory spaces with food. Also get armor and a weapon if you need it. You can bring a prayer potion too if you want to use prayers, but it doesn't really help that much and not all necessary. The thing uses melee attacks, by the way, just a heads up. And now you're going to click on the Hunter Talisman that Sigli the Huntsman gave you earlier to activate the locate option. And you'll get directions in your chat box. Simply just follow the directions and keep clicking locate to keep yourself constantly updated as you're moving, just to make sure you don't go too far. You're doing this to find a ghost named Dragon. He's in a random spot, so it is different for everyone, but he's always somewhere between like the Sears Village and Relica area. Once you're standing exactly within his vicinity, he will appear and you have to kill him. Pretty straightforward fight as he doesn't do anything special. After defeating Dragon, go to the area with the yellow marker on it on this map. Use the beer on the council workman, and in exchange he'll give you a strange object. Cross the bridge and immediately turn west until you see that strange strip of land with all those things around it. Use a raw shark on a strange altar to get an enchanted lyre. Go to the area in Relica with the yellow marker on it on this map. You can use teleport to house spell if you're feeling lazy, or just simply walk there. Enter the door, step on stage, and play your enchanted lyre. Finish the conversation with Olaf afterwards, and you'll now have completed his trial. Then just exit through the way you came in. Click on the strange object to light it, then use it on the pipe found on the east wall outside. Take the keg of beer off the table again, and use your low alcohol keg on it, and the strange object will explode, distracting everyone. Talk to me, the Reveler, again, and it's like the first chat option that says yes. Finish the conversation with him after drinking contest, and you have completed his trial. Talk to Sigli the Huntsman to give him the Talisman, and that will complete his trial. Go into the market to the northwest. Talk to Sigmund the Merchant, and select the first option that says yes. Talk to a sailor to the northwest, and select the first chat option that says to ask about the merchant's trial. Go east and find Olaf the Bard. Talk to Olaf the Bard, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go west to the clothing store. Talk to Yurza, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go east to the bar. Talk to Brunt the Chieftain, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go south, talk to Sigly the Huntsman, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go to the building just north of the bar. Talk to Skull Grimmin, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go slightly west, talk to the fisherman, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go south of the marketplace and into the building to the east. Talk to Swensen the navigator, and select the options written on screen. So we're going to do this guy's trial while we're here, which is actually super easy. First, climb down the ladder where you enter a bunch of rooms with portals in it. The directions for which portals to use is basically the letters in Swensen's name. It's also written on screen for you in case you don't get it. Climb up the ladder at the end and finish the conversation with Swensen to complete his trial. Go slightly northwest to find Pierre the Seer, talk to him, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go back to the building just north of the bar. Talk to Thorvald the Warrior, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Now go back to the bar. Talk to Manny the Reveler, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Talk to Thor the Barkeep, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Step outside the bar, talk to Askeladdin, who can be found right outside, and select the options written on screen. Talk to Thor the Barkeep again, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Talk to Manny the Reveler, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go to the building just north of the bar, talk to Thorvald the Warrior, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go southwest, talk to Pierre the Seer, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go to the building to the southeast, talk to Swensen the Navigator, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go straight north, talk to the fisherman, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go to the building directly to the east, talk to Skullgrimmen, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go near the entrance of Relica again, talk to Sigly the Huntsman, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go into the bar to the north, talk to Brunt the Chieftain, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go to the clothing store to the northwest, talk to Yurza, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go east, talk to Olaf the Bard, and select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go west to find the sailor on the dock, talk to the sailor, and for the last time, select the first option to ask about the merchant's trial. Go back to the marketplace to the south and talk to Sigmund the merchant. You're going to want to go to the bank before you do this next part. You can't bring armor or weapons with you, so be sure to bank all that. Magic in range isn't effective either, so you have to use melee. You are allowed to bring jewelry if you like. One item that's particularly helpful for this part are rings of recoil. I would recommend 2 or 3 if you're going to bring those. Bring prayer potions if you're going to use prayers. Bring some potions to boost your melee stats if you like. Bring the runes for a teleport to hell spell if you're going to use that, which is 1 air rune, 1 earth rune, and 1 law rune. But if you're going to do that, be sure not to bring extras or else you're going to have to drop them when you get there, being as you can't bring them in. And finally, fill the rest of your inventory with food. Definitely do not bring any unnecessary items that aren't on this list. You won't need any other items for this quest from this point forward. It's why this part is done so close to the end. When you're ready, go to the building just north of the bar where you'll find Thorvald the Warrior. Talk to Thorvald the Warrior and select the first chat option that says yes. Climb down a nearby ladder, and you'll have to run around the arena until the guy you have to fight appears. Take your potions to boost your melee stats. You have those. Turn on your prayers, specifically protect from melee if you want to use them. You're going to have to fight this guy 4 times, and after you beat him, he'll heal to full HP, and you have to beat him again. He'll get progressively more difficult each time, and you only actually have to beat him the first 3 times. The 4th time is actually super hard, but you don't have to beat that one. But don't walk out either. You actually have to let him kill you. However, it is a safe death, and you'll still pass the trial. I remember the first time I made this guide, someone complained that what I said about dying in the 4th fight wasn't true. Well, I died in the 4th fight in this video, so nobody can say anything this time. After the 4th fight, though, finish the conversation with Thorvald the Warrior to finish his trial. Climb down a ladder to get out of here, and go to the building southwest of the market to find Pierre the Seer. Talk to Pierre the Seer and select the chat options written on screen. Try to open the door to the west and select the first option to read the riddle. It's different for everyone, but all the possible riddles and the answers are written on screen. This might be a little hard to see outside of full screen mode. Once you have the answer, click on the door again and choose the second option to solve the riddle. You just simply put in the answer, click enter, and the door will open assuming the answer is correct. Climb up the ladder and search the 5 places written on screen to receive the respective items written next to them. Use the red herring on the range to the west to get some sticky red goop, and use it on the wooden disc that's not red to turn it red. Open and climb down the trapdoor to the very east. Use the 2 red discs on the abstract mural on the west wall to get a vase lid, then go back upstairs. Use the bucket you found on the tap to fill it. Use the full bucket on the empty jug to fill that. Empty the jug by using the drain, then use what's left in the bucket on the jug to get a 2/3 jug. Use the bucket on tap to fill it again. Use the bucket on the 2/3 jug to be left with a 4/5 bucket. Use the 4/5 bucket on the chest to the north next to the bookcase to get a vase. Use the vase on the tap to fill that, then use the vase lid on the vase. Use a sealed vase on the frozen table. Use the frozen key on the range. Climb down the trapdoor to the very east once again. The key you just got will open the door and you can now leave. Finish the conversation with Pierre the Seer and that will complete his trial. Now go to the bar to the east, talk to Brunt the Chieftain, and that will be in the quest. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for future videos to come, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.